suggest a brand name.
Oh.
We can do that. No,
Really?
we can absolutely do
Really?
that.
It took us, 4.5 months to come up with a name for this show?
Yeah, but let's do it for somebody else.
Okay, yeah, it's
we don't
easy for
actually
someone
care.
else. Yeah, I know.
Not that we don't care. We're not anyone actually using it. A chocolate brand. No, actually, I have a better idea. Hold on. A chocolate. You know where I'm going with this.
Yes.
A chocolate brand which is nutritious, using jaggery seeds, etc. Suggest a brand name. Can be creative or thoughtful. Please share the concept behind the name. All right, here we go. I'm literally going to copy what he put, which is a chocolate brand which is nutritious, jaggery seeds, etc. Mm-hmm. Where am I going?
I'm going to say we're visiting OpenAI.
That's correct.
Okay, look at that.
All right. Please. And by the way, if you are polite to OpenAI, I swear it gives you better results. I'm telling you, when you use please and thank you, I swear you get better results.
So here's the thing that
I know you've seen a study on that somewhere, I'm sure.
No, but it's not a study, right? So if you think about what is it meant to mimic, right? How we talk and how we respond based on how we're talked to and information. So if someone is nice to you, do you have a tendency of being nicer back and giving more thoughtful answers?
Well, yes, but that's human nature.
But isn't that what we're training it on? Is
it though? Or are we just training it on a language?
Correct. But what is so if we go back to linguistics, please and thank yous and how you talk and how you phrase things. So like if I say, can you please hand me your phone? Right?
Yeah, but what if I say, "Could you please hand me your phone?"
Yeah, but it's
same thing, right? But it has a different tone.
Correct. So it doesn't understand tone, but language versus if I just say, "Hey, give me your phone."
Right.
Right? Hey, give me your phone is going to make you defensive versus can I please see your phone?
Depending on the tone. Hey, give me your phone. That's not defensive.
Correct. But even if we just take the words. Please,
no, just the words. If I were reading the words in a book or something, yes, I would take more offense to, hey, give me your phone.
And that's what it is. Until we can... So, have you tried the new advanced GPT chat version?
Oh, yeah, sure.
So, it understands tone, too.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Oh, yeah.
How?
I don't know. But this is why I'm like, wait a minute. They are training it to respond like a human being. So, it doesn't surprise me the least that please and thank yous and, hey, can you help me with this? And queries like that or prompts like that give different results than when you bark orders at it.
Right. Okay. I'll take that.
Like it's weird because I'm sure there's been a study done on this that if you communicated with it in a different way, because once again, it's linguistics.
Right.
And that's all it's learning is learning words, order of words, and how to respond based on order of words and what you're being asked. So why wouldn't adding words like please and thank you affect how it responds?
I guess I look at it more as a tool to get me an answer to a question, and that answer is not subjective. The answers aren't subjective. The answer is what the answer is, and please and thank you,
but
shouldn't change the answer.
But let's try it.
Well, we will.
No, try it. You're just asked it to please give you something, right?
All right, so here's what I put. I said, please give me 20 versions of a chocolate brand which is nutritious, made from jaggery seeds, etc. Okay, hold on.
Okay, let's see what it comes up with. It's normally pretty good with this type of stuff.
All right, let's see what it does.
Some of the names are ridiculous.
All right, here are 20 brand names for 20 brand name ideas for a nutritious chocolate made from jaggery seeds and other wholesome ingredients. All right. Jaggery Bliss. Okay.
Mm.
Choco Vitality. Seed and Sweet. Sounds like something entirely different. Nature Fuel Chocolates, with Nature Fuel being one word. Jaggery Bites. That's not bad. Jaggery Bites isn't bad. Nutra Delight. I feel like there's something already out there called that. Seed Fusion Chocolate. Now it's just stretching. It's just reaching at this point. Pure Choc Naturals, CHOC. Choco Nourish. Wholesome Indulgence. It sounds like a supermarket.
Oh, is that what it sounds like to you? Does not sound like a supermarket to me.
Well, the wholesome part.
Yeah.
It's very wholesome.
Okay.
Jago seeds. Okay. Well, here in the U.S., Jago has a very different definition.
Yes.
So he probably wouldn't use that one. Earthy Chalk. Okay, that's not bad. Healthy Harvest Chocolates.
That's actually not bad.
That's actually not bad.
That's not bad.
No, there's usually one in there. It's usually pretty good.
Yeah.
Healthy Harvest Chocolates. Choco Nature. Seed Power Bites. No. Vital Choc.
No.
Goodness Chocolate. I think that already exists. Jagged Edge Chocolates. Sounds like something that would cut the roof of your mouth. Nutriseed Chocolates. And Roots and Cocoa. Healthy Harvest Chocolates isn't bad.
It's not bad. Now, prompted this.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, now go ahead.
Literally tell it.
I will type in exactly what you tell me.
Okay. What is with these lame names?
What is with the lame names? Like that. Is that it? That's what you want?
Yep.
Oh, with an S on the end.
S.
What is with these lame names?
Yep.
I get it. You're looking for something more creative, unique, and maybe even a bit edgy. Let's take it up a notch. All right, here we go. Let's see. Well, what looks interesting to you? Jaggery Mojo? Jagged and Raw? Jagged and Raw. Sounds like a cop show.
Look, Crave Crafted.
Crave Crafted.
That's not a bad one.
No.
Fuel Bars.
Fuel Bars. There's got to be something out there.
There's got to be,
bars.
right? But
I'm going to look it up. There's got to be something called Fuel Bars. Yeah.
No.
No, that's Fulfill.
Yep.
Really? There's nothing out there? There's no like power. There it is. There you go. Gatorade's Fuel Bar.
Oh, okay.
Has to be. There's
See?
no way that name is.
I told you it was a good name.
Earth Crunch, Jolt, and Jaggery.
Grain
and Gain. That's the name right there. Grain and Gain.
True Grit.
Sounds like a John Wayne movie.
It does, but it's kind of like you can play with that from a marketing perspective.
True Grit Cocoa.
Pure Edge.
Pure Edge Cocoa. And Nourish Kick. I still like the original, the Healthy Harvest Chocolates.
Yeah, I do too. So are we done playing with it now?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, so there's a bunch of names. So,
okay, ask it real quick. Please please do better.
Please do better.
That's all you have to tell it.
Exclamation point?
Sure.
Okay. Please do better. Got it. Let's push for something more creative. Jaggery Rush. See, I think it's going to give me that result regardless.
Correct.
If I'm mean or nice to it right now.
Try being nice to it.
Okay. Let me be really, really nice.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your ideas. Why am I doing it in all caps? I hate when people put in their...
I know.
They put it in the email subject line and it's all
caps. You're like, are they mad?
Ideas.
Uh-huh.
However, the names you've provided do not match with my creative expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Please give me some more creative names. Thank you. Okay?
Yep.
That's about as polite as
That's
you can
about
be.
as polite as you can get.
I understand you're looking for something even more unique and creative. Velvet Seeds. Oh, I like Velvet Seeds. That's not bad.
Cocoa Jive.
Rooted in Cocoa.
That's a good one too.
See, these are better.
They are.
I was nicer to it. I don't get it. These are way better these days. Hold on.
Right?
Look at Jag Ritual.
Soul Seed.
Soul Seed. Pure Vibe.
Wild
These
Crafted.
are much better. Why? I don't understand. How does it know? I get it. I understand how it knows, but still.
But it's weird, right?
It is really weird. Because before, when it said, "Hey, give me some names," it just kind of threw a bunch of junk out there. But unless this is just completely random, Jag and Joy, Harvest Cocoa. I mean, there's some good
Seed
names
Theory.
here. Lush Roots.
There's a lot better names.
Those are definitely better names.
I am telling you, when we build custom GPTs, we actually have started putting polite words in when we build the GPT, and we get better content out.
Man.
It is messed up. It should not happen, right? But it does.
Oh, I like this guy. So back to the Reddit question.
Jaggernaut.
Yeah, Jaggernaut. Jaggernaut's great.
I would make it Jaggernut.
Jaggernaut. That's funny.
But that's funny.
But no, that's where you aware wrongdoer. That's what you do, right? So before ChatGPT, I would go and I would probably find 30 or 40 different words that mean something along the lines of what I'm making. And then I would just put those words on a board and start arranging them and play with them a little bit.
I would often go to the thesaurus.
Thesaurus, absolutely. Yeah.
Pull that up, find all kinds of different variations.
And then I would look for words that can be combined into something that's not a real word, and just see if I can come up with something. Now ChatGPT does it for you.
Correct. But then, you do the basic things. You search, are domain names that even relate to it available?
Right, that's the next thing is after I find a name or 5, I'll go to domain names, which ones are available.
Yep. If you find one, register it. When that's all done, go to the trademark attorney, have them run it.
Right.
I always say buy the domain name. It's $19 because once again, this is not supposed to happen, but I swear sometimes if you search for domain names and find a good one, you go back 2 days later and mysteriously those are registered.
I know for a fact that happens, and I'm not going to name names, but I know domain companies that do that, that they will take the name and reserve it, and they say in their terms and conditions they're reserving it for you, and you're just going to pay a premium for that because they've taken the trouble of reserving it for you for your benefit.
Yes.
And but now instead of $19.99, it's going to be $199 or something like
because
that.
They reserve
because they put it aside just for you. Oh
yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
No, there are absolutely domain name companies that do that.
Yep.
In their terms and conditions.
I tell people all the time, use someone like Whois.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You didn't used to be in the domain name registration business. They would just look up domain names. Right. So
anyway, so that's how you come up with a name, right? We just gave you about 30 of them. I actually like the Juggernaut one. That's pretty funny. So there's a bunch of possibilities out there.
When it comes to foods, though, I always like something that indicates what it is that you are about to have. Right. And it doesn't have to be. You don't have to be indicating that it's. How do I say this? It doesn't have to have chocolate in the name just because it's chocolate, right? And one of the examples to me is like Kind bars, right? And I'm like, well, why are they kind? And then you read their thing, and it's because we don't put any other than just natural ingredients, right? Yep. So there's a difference between kind and nice. They're called Kind bars because they're kind. They're kind to your body. I'm like, it was such a brilliant name when I saw it. I don't know. There's a lot of names that I
no,
like.
that brings up a good point, though. So, especially when you're a new product, you want to put the reason why you have the name on. Yeah. What's the name behind the brand? What does it mean, or what's the meaning behind the brand?
A lot of times, yeah.
Yeah, you want to put it on there because especially if there's a good story, people love that stuff.
Oh, storytelling is everything.
Huge.
It's everything when it comes to brands.
Yeah.
I mean, Gatorade. Most people don't know where Gatorade came from.
Right. Yeah, the Florida Gators, right.
Yeah, but it's a really cool story how it was developed because they were realizing that when they were playing, they seemed to get more dehydrated than other teams. And they're like, okay, so our players, that the water volume alone can't keep them hydrated.
Right.
So they developed something to keep their players hydrated. And thus, Florida Gators, Gatorade.
Right.
I'm like, it's a cool story. And the name works.
And my understanding is the first time they used it on the field was during a championship game, I think it was.
Something
where it was a really big game. And they were expected to lose the game, but because they were so well hydrated and they had so much energy because of the Gatorade, they absolutely demolished it.
Isn't the story that they just outlasted the other team?
They outlasted the other side, yeah. And it was huge. So, yeah, but names are a big thing. Now, let's talk about trademark. Right? Since we're talking about brand names. So I know you know the answer to this question, so I'm not going to ask you, but I'll ask I'll ask people out there.
Put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments, right?
See if you got it right.
And I'll give it 5 seconds before I answer the question, but what is the purpose of a trademark? Now you tell me what do most people are going to say. What's the purpose of a trademark?
Do you want me to give it? To protect my brand.
Right, to protect you as the company, right?
To protect my logo, to protect my name.
Right.
To, what are some other common ones? To make sure that other people can't steal my name.
Right. And none of that's true. None of that's correct. None of that's the correct answer.
I'm just trying to give you the answers that are probably going to be.
Absolutely.
I'm good at this game.
Of course. And the real answer is it's to protect the consumer from purchasing from the wrong company. Right? So, and people say, what does that mean? Well, when you go, let's use laundry detergent, right? Everyone knows Tide laundry detergent, TIDE. So when you go to the supermarket and you're looking for laundry detergent, you see the orange bucket with Tide written on it. You know that is the product that you trust, right? Whether you use it or not, but for the ones that use it, they know that's the product that they trust. I can't go out and make a competing product. Different logo, different everything, but call it Tide, TYDE, right? Because you might not recognize as a consumer that it's not from the same company. It's not the same ingredients, the same quality you're expecting, etc. So that's the purpose of a trademark, is to protect the consumer from making a mistake, right? So anyway, you want to, after you come up with your brand, like you said earlier, talk to a trademark attorney. Right? Because there's two types of trademarks to be concerned with. There is the brand, which is the word mark, just the name itself, not stylized or anything, just the name. And then there's the design mark, which is the logo or maybe the names in a certain font or something like that, right? Like Google has the word Google trademarked, right? But then they also have the stylized GOOGLE in lowercase with a certain font and certain colors, right?
Yep.
And that's their stylized design mark. So my recommendation to my clients, and I'm sure other trademark attorneys differ from this, some would differ from this, some would agree with me, is do the word mark first, right? Submit the word mark for registration with the Patent and Trademark Office. And the reason is because if the word mark gets rejected, the design mark's going to get rejected too.
Correct.
Right? Because if the reason we get rejected is one of two things. Number one is someone's already using it and it's what's called too confusingly similar to that other company, right? Or number two, it's banned or they don't allow you to use that name for some other reason. There's certain names that are reserved that we can't use, and that's the reason why it gets rejected, right? I guess a third reason would be the reason why you're using it. Like a lot of cannabis companies right now are trying to trademark their names, and the USPTO is outright refusing them because cannabis is still federally not legalized yet.
Right.
So they're refusing the names based on the reason for it. So anyway, trademark the brand name. Once the brand name gets approved, and that process can take over a year, but once the brand name gets approved, then trademark the design mark, right? Because the design mark is automatically what? It's automatically protected by what?
Your name mark.
Well, copyright law.
Yeah.
So it's protected by copyright law because it's a design, right? It's creativity. So it's automatically protected by copyright law
As long as you've put it out there.
As long as you put it out there, exactly. Yeah, as long as it's out into the public, it's protected by copyright. And then that's not correct. It's the other way around. Trademarks are, you have to put it out there. To have a common law trademark. Copyright, the moment you put pencil to paper, you have a copyright in that item.
But you have to have a date on it, right?
Well, no. What happens is you have to. So let's say I make a drawing, right, and it's my copyright because I drew it, and someone else without having access to my drawing makes the exact same drawing. Okay, if I can prove that person had access to my drawing, then I have a copyright claim against them. But if I can't, it actually creates two distinct copyrights, one for them and one for me, even though they're the same drawing.
Interesting.
Right? So for the purpose of the logo, if I have a logo for my company and it's out there on the internet, maybe I'm not advertising, but it's out there somewhere, Google can find it and whatnot, and someone copies my logo, I have a copyright claim against them.
Right.
Okay. So I'm already protected by copyright in that case. Anyway, trademark is a better protection, but why go through the expense of putting a trademark application through for a design that might fail because of the name anyway?
Yeah.
So that's always my recommendation when it comes to submitting trademark apps.
What I'm saying is that if you make a logo, even if you post it on your personal Facebook page with the date, then
you can prove when you created it first, of course.
In case someone else shows up and goes, no, I created this a week earlier than you did.
Right.
And you can go, well, it's been on my Facebook page since 2 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can't have.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
And the other side, again, is that person would have to show that you had access to it. So if someone makes a painting and puts it in their drawer and no one in the world ever sees it, and you just so happen to go and make that exact same painting, right? Usually this happens a lot with pictures is what it happens a lot, right? There's there's a beautiful sunset and there's 500 people all taking a picture of it, right? And somebody wants to claim that they own the rights to that sunset because they're the ones who took the picture. And then when someone who took the exact same picture from the same angle and everything tries to use the picture, and then they'll say, no, that's my picture. I took it. No, I took it too. I was there that day. I took it. Those are two distinct copyrights, even though the pictures are almost indistinguishable.
Right.
So you'd have to prove that person had access to it and didn't have the ability to create it on their own.
If you list it publicly, like if you put it on Reddit or if you put it on Facebook.
Well, then you have a timestamp.
Correct.
Yeah, you have a timestamp at that point. Yeah. So anyway, that's how you come up with the name. That's what you do with it once you get the name. So good luck, aware, wrongdoer. That does sound interesting though.
It does.
I like Jaggers and Seeds, right? Who doesn't?
If you found this clip interesting, make sure to go listen to the full podcast. There's lots more content there.